Hello friends, my dear students, myself Wandhare Sheetal from Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Rao Bahadur Narayan Rao Boroke College Sirampur. Now in this video of the bridge course, we are going to show the basic related to the concept of heredity as well as the variation. In our college, this bridge course is get arranged by our Honorable Principal Dr. Gaikwad Sahib. Under their guidance and support here, we are going to start this program. I think so from the 28th June and still it is get running. The purpose behind this program is nothing but you have to get clear the concept of the 8th, 9th and 10th standard, because this basic concept is required for the coming science. Okay, now come towards here the heredity as well as the variation. What is the meaning of this heredity is there and what is the variation is there. Here these both the terminology, they are related to the inheritance. This inheritance, it is related to nothing but the transmission, because heredity term is related to the transmission. What is the transfer takes place here? This basic it is get started from the cell, which is the structural functional unit of life, and inside cell here the nucleus is present which acts as the master molecule. Inside the nucleus here the genetic material is present in the form of the DNA, and this DNA it is made up of the chromosome. Again on that here the genes are present, means not only here the nucleus but the smaller molecules which are present in nucleus, they are responsible to transfer this character. Okay, and from this overall here the hereditary definition is came in existence, that is nothing but here the transmission of a character from one generation to another generation, that is known as here the hereditary. And how this inheritance is there? This inheritance is nothing but the study of transfer of the characteristic of organism from one generation to the next generation, that is the inheritance. And in this inheritance here the paternal contribution, it is the most important, because in this paternal contribution here the 50% genes they are came from your parent and 50% genes they are newly formed. And in this way here the generation after generation the genetic information it may be get transferred from one to another. Okay, and this hereditary it is nothing but here the transfer of characteristic from parents to offsprings. Offspring means here which are the children they will be get formed after the fertilization, when zygote and fetus it will be get developed, they are producing here the offsprings, and the parental contribution leads to here the transmission of character because of the genes. Now how or which factors present in nucleus are responsible for the transmission of character? Let's see here. Suppose we are going to show here, it is the structure of the nucleus is there. Okay, inside here cell, the central position it carries the nucleus, and in this nucleus here the chromatin material which is randomly distributed. Okay, here it is the structure of nucleus, and inside that here the chromatin material is get present. Okay, this chromatin material or this chromatin network, when we are going to here get focusing or when we are going to enlarge this chromatin network, at that time we are finding here the structure of the chromosome is there, means where the position of chromosome present in nucleus. The chromosome they are present inside the nucleus, and when they are getting clear, when we are observing here the stages of cell division, that is the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, during this time these chromosome they will be get appear, or during the remaining stage they are formed in the network stages. Okay, if we are observing this structure under the electron microscope, at that time how the structure of this chromosome will be get finding out. Okay, now let's see here. Suppose the chromosome structure you are observing here, they are showing these two arms are present, and at here the center the centrioles get present. Okay, in the structure of chromosome here, they are having these two arms, and these two arms of the chromosome here, they are get joined at this point. It is known as here the centromere. During this here, this is the arm of the chromosome, and again this is the arm of the chromosome. Okay, if this structure, each chromosome is having two arms, and these two arms, they are get joined at a one point, that is known as a centromere. This centromere here, that joins these two arms. Okay, and how many number of chromosomes are present, that we are going to show here the later. But before that, here we are seeing which are or how the structure, ultrastructure of the chromosome is there. Okay, if you are magnifying this part, suppose you are selected this part, how you are observing at that time, if you are magnifying, you are finding that it is made up of the thread like network, and these threads, they are called it as the DNA. Okay, means what here, again if you are magnifying this part, and when you are studying at that time, you are finding that on the surface of this strand of the DNA, the genes are located, and these genes are responsible for the transmission of character. That is the position of gene. Means the chromosome, they are made up of here the content of DNA, and when you are magnifying one part of a DNA, then you are observing here the genes are they located on the surface of here the DNA. Indirectly we can say that here the gene is nothing but the segment of DNA is there. Okay, here how many types of the chromosome are present, and how you are identifying these types. As we know that here the two arms for the chromosome are get present, and on the basis of position of centromere, here the chromosome, it is divided into the four types. Which are these four types of chromosomes are present on the basis of position of centromere? Here the first, it is the metacentric chromosome. How we can say that here the metacentric, meta means here the middle. The two arms of the chromosome are get present, and each arm is having the equal length, equal shape, equal size. Therefore it is termed as the metacentric chromosome, and when you are getting turned, it appears as a V shape, capital V shape. The second type is called as the submetacentric chromosome. In submetacentric type of chromosome, here one arm of the chromosome is long, the position of centromere is at that point, and as compared to first arm, the second arm is short, and this chromosome, it appears as a L shape. Means centromere is away from the center, therefore it is termed as the submetacentric type of chromosome. Now come towards here the third type of chromosome on the basis of centromere position, that is acrocentric chromosome. Here in this acrocentric chromosome, again the one arm of the chromosome is a very long, and as compared to submetacentric, the second arm of the chromosome is a very short, and it appears here as a J shape. The capital J shape structure, it is get finding in the acrocentric chromosome, and the fourth type, that is the telocentric chromosome. Here in this telocentric chromosome, only one arm of the chromosome is present, centromere is at the tip, and it appears as a I shape. Here these are the four types of the chromosome on the basis of position of centromere, and if you are studying in the detailed structure of the cell, at that time you are finding that the two types of the chromosomes are present in cell, that is the autosomes as well as the sex chromosomes. If you are taking the example of the human being, in human being here the total number of chromosomes are present 46. Out of this here, suppose the 46 chromosomes are present in human being. In this here, the 44 autosomes are present, and here the 2 sex chromosomes are present. Means here 22 pairs of autosome and 1 pair of sex chromosome. That is nothing but you are finding here the completely 46 number of chromosomes are present in man. If you are studying here the species present on the earth surface, at that time here you are finding that each species they are having the constant chromosome number on the earth surface. For example, here the crab, it shows the 200 number of chromosome, maize shows 20 number of chromosome, frog shows 26, roundworm 4, potato 48, human being 46, onion plant it consists of here the 16 number of chromosome, Drosophila melanogaster, that fruit fly, which shows here the only 4 number of the chromosome. When you are studying here the species in all over the world, at that time that each species they are having the constancy in a number of chromosome is there. Okay, now come towards the important, that is the structure of DNA.